welcome to the show this afternoon. It's Monday, the 14th day in the month of August 2023. Good afternoon to you and welcome to Hard Facts on 92.3 Nigeria Info FM. My name is Constance Mega. And well, of course, I'll be doing this with you because Kalada is unavoidably absent, all right? Yeah, he's got to take care of his health and then he'll be back strong and better. Okay, so we'll be looking at some of the big stories for today. I've got like 3 of them. Something about petrol price increase, some kind of looming hike. So we'll take a look at that particular story. And then a story that, a survey that a lot of Nigerians are already talking about on social media. That story came from yesterday, but then it also moved into today. So we're taking it as one of the big stories this afternoon. And of course, will there be a rerun or not? The Labour Party and the APC on that one, whether or not there's going to be a rerun of the presidential election. So those are some of the 4 or maybe 3 big stories that we'll be looking at. All right, so that's going to happen till about 4 p.m. And at 4 p.m. we'll bring you the news. That's the business news. After which we talk about justice. Yeah, the Ijo Youth Council is protesting currently in Port Harcourt over the killing of a Rivers indigene by a policeman in Port Harcourt. We carried that story like 2 weeks ago. So that matter is still on. It has not died. And the question I'm asking, all right, and I would like to hear from you at that time, 4 to 5, is what is justice when a victim is dead? Because usually we talk about justice. What exactly is justice? Can the dead have justice? Can there be justice for the dead? Or is justice for the living? So when a victim is dead, what then can we say justice is? So in this particular case, of course, IYC is also calling for justice. And I remember the police PRO, Grace Iringe Koko, one of in the statements she made within that period, after she had said that the policeman involved had been arrested, she also said the family would get justice. So what is justice when a victim is dead? So that will be the conversation at that time. And then 5 o'clock, we'll bring you the news update, after which we will talk about the National Assembly. Yeah, so Serap has gone ahead to sue Akpabio, that's the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, and the Speaker, House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, over their planned palliatives and bulletproof cars for lawmakers. And at that point, I would like to find out from you, can Nigeria afford a fiscally moderate National Assembly? You know, it seems we've come to this level where it's impossible to have people at that level, and they're not riding exotic cars, they're not receiving certain new furniture or whatever it is. They're not carried in a certain way. There's this glamour and honor that goes with the office that they occupy as National Assembly members. So can we, even as Nigeria, you know, the people that we have become, can we afford a National Assembly that is financially or fiscally moderate? We're not doing the exotic cars thing. We're not doing the allowance for the sittings, for even the recess that we just found out recently. Allowance for everything. Can Nigeria afford that? Is it possible to have that? So we'll have that conversation. That'll be the last conversation for today anyway. And then 6 o'clock, we'll bring you the major news. And well, of course, at that point, I should be saying my goodbye. Oh, interesting. I had a paper with me in the studio and it disappeared. Interesting. So I know that there are programs coming up in between, I think around 6:45 or so. There's either a live appearance or a recorded program that'll be coming up. I just remembered that, but I had that paper on my hand. I don't know what happened, but it's all good. Okay, so yes, let's take a look at the big stories that I already told you about. So we'll start with those ones, but let's just go on a very short break. Okay, just very short, very short break. I'll be right back.
business, lifestyle, economy, social events, all of these and more.
But for now, looking at some of the big stories. So we'll start off with this one. Fresh fuel price hike looms. Fresh fuel price hike looms as landing cost rises by 37.4%. And the story also has a rider here. It says marketers blame sustained rise in crude oil and price and exchange rate. So there are strong indications. This story is actually from the Vanguard newspaper. I think all the other papers should have something like that, but the Vanguard had this particular one. There are strong indications that pump price of petrol is expected to record another round of increases. And I'm sure someone somewhere will be asking, are we ready for this? And this is the third within 10 weeks, as oil marketers hint that the landing cost of petrol has risen month on month by 37.4% to about 632 naira 17 kobo per litre, and that's in July 2023, from 460 naira per litre in June. So they're saying that the landing cost excludes other additional costs, which includes depot-related charges, transportation logistics, and marketers' margin, which would combine to bring delivery. The moment it got to that point, it's as if I heard a sound, gang gang. So sources around oil marketers told Financial Vanguard that the landing cost for August is expected to rise further, as the factors that propelled the rise in July figures have worsened as at last week. Now, giving further insights, they said foreign exchange has been a major concern, where scarcity has persisted, while exchange rate has also continued to what? Deteriorate. So, I'd like to get your take on this particular one, but we're going to commercial break. When I come back, I'm taking your calls and, of course, your messages. You can send those messages via WhatsApp to 0809 030 6416. WhatsApp messages. I'll be right back. Just stay tuned. All right, welcome back now. 29 minutes gone past 3, and yes, it is Hard Facts. And we're looking at the big stories for this hour. And we've looked at a particular one. What was that one? Something about looming hike in price of petrol. Are you ready for that? Fresh fuel price hike looms as landing cost rises by 37.4%. So what's your take on that? You can send a message via WhatsApp to 0809 030 6416. Let's hear from you. You can as well call in now. And yeah, we're live on Facebook. Get on Facebook right now, Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. And leave us a comment there on the big stories. The numbers to call are 0817 923 0002. 0817 923 0002. And 0817 923 0007. So let's look at another particular big story or headline that has got a lot of Nigerians talking. It's a survey. 62% of Nigerians see country moving forward under Tinubu despite economic hardship. So a new survey says 62% of Nigerians believe that the country will move forward under the administration of President Bola Tinubu. Well, the cable actually has this particular headline or this particular story. Now, that survey was conducted by CMC Connect LLP, a Lagos-based public perception consulting and strategic communication firm, in partnership with Analysts Data Services and Resources, ADSR. Now, these firms said that 1,714 participants across the country's 6 geopolitical zones took part in the survey and shared their opinions and views concerning the first 60 days of Tinubu's administration. Now, the report says that 8% do not see the country moving forward under the current administration, while 62% do. So, by and large, respondents are less satisfied with the first 60 days of the current administration. In other words, the same thing anyway. They are not satisfied with the first 60 days, but they are more optimistic about the country moving forward under the current administration. We have Frank calling from D-Line. Hello, Frank.
Good afternoon, Costa.
Good afternoon, Frank.
Yeah, when we talk about the labor between the issue of labor and APC, talking about Rerun. I don't see anything like Rerun in this year. I'm telling you honestly.
Did you say this year?
Thinking of Rerun. He said?
Did you say this year?
Honestly, I don't think there's anything Rerun. They have settled the whole thing. The matter is in court. Let me not say what will happen. But at the end of the day, I see APC come out victorious. So the issue of Rerun, I don't see coming up yet.
Okay.
They are just as a party now. As a party, they just to get hope, but their hope will be that at the end of the day. That is my thing. Thank you and God bless you.
All right, thank you, Frank. Hi, Muriel from Okrika. Good afternoon.
Yeah. Thank you, Constance. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You're welcome. Go on.
The factors that are influencing increase in petrol price, I don't know. I don't. How many are they really? For this 3 weeks or 2 weeks ago, petrol marketers told us that it's as a result of the corruption that is going on there. Maybe the military guys are the ones that are collecting money from them before the products are coming. That's the reason why it increased from 500 or was it 400 to 600 and something. And now they are telling us that it's going to increase for landing costs, forex, so many factors, constant. But in all, when I look at it, I think if our government cannot produce fuel, when we have excess crude, we have crude oil on our land free of charge, our government cannot produce. It's the job that all the things for. We put them in and give them a job to do. Use this our crude that produce fuel for us and other products that will come out of this crude. If they cannot, and they decided to resort to subsidizing it for us, why did they stop? That is my question. Why must they stop? Instead of tackling the corruption that is disturbing that sector, that subsidy sector, you decided to cut it out and leave us to just get the brunt. You cannot do the job. You cannot subsidize. You will just leave us at the mercy of forex, at the mercy of the corruption that is still there.
All right.
This is so frustrating. Nigerians, we are sitting down like I don't know what to follow.
All right, Muriel. Thank you very much for calling, Muriel. Hi, Susie from Rerun community. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, please go on.
Let me reflect on the,
Yeah, I can hear you.
The 62% ratio for whether the country is going to do better or not under the present administration.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say that even the 60% postulated by those who said it cannot be judged, but using 60 days or 62 days to judge the government, I think it's too premature to use 62 days to judge a situation, a country that the situation in this country has been as old as the problem in itself. So I want to believe that this government will do well. All the past government have done their part. He is going to do his own part. If you look at the trajectories of Tinubu's administration when he was the governor of Rivers State, you could see the things he has done over time. And if you look at the way the decision he has taken over time, even within this period of fuel subsidy, no matter that the fact that it's biting, you will see that this fuel subsidy is not even a projection by this administration. It was a projection that has been there before the administration. But just that the past administration had to test it and avoid going into the conflict and crisis. But this one came in here and then was so bold to approach the problem. And then we are progressing. Don't also forget that there is a pattern of politics we play in Africa, this Nigeria. Pulling down projection of politics. The moment you lose election, everybody will go back to pulling down the government. That's the kind of government politics we play in Nigeria. If we have
all right, Susie,
situation where we do politics in our country, we are those who fail election, who become pragmatic to aid the government that's already in leadership. You discover that we will not find ourselves here, even those that are right.
All right. Thank you very much, Susie. Hello, Clinton from Bori.
Yeah, good afternoon, Constant Mega.
Good afternoon. Thank you for staying on the line. Please go ahead.
All right. And Labour Party saying that the statement of Rerun is credible. I kind of, what's that proven thinking? It's like you're preempting the judgment of the court. And it's wrong. If you look at what they are doing on social media, engaging in campaigns of calumny against judges of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, these things are capable of causing anarchy in the country. Then I am saying that I'm among the 2% Nigerians saying that there is hope for Nigerians. Because I believe in the president we voted for. He's a man of strong character, and I'm sure he has what it takes to transform the fortunes of this country. He's a very decisive leader. So there's hope for Nigerians. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. Hello, Daniel. Oh, wow. Daniel, please do well to call back. Mr. Zion from GRA, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Teamwork wins championships, but talent wins again. I'm attending on this fuel issue.
Okay. Are you still there, Mr. Zion? All right. Do well to call back. Hello, Real Gift from Port Harcourt Township. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, my lady.
You're welcome. Go on, please.
You know, we are told in my community that until your cheek is on the other side of the road, you don't tell anybody, anytime now, Dokubo, that your cheek has crossed the road. That is for the issue of Rerun. The case is in the court, the tribunal, I mean. The verdict has not come out, and yet some political parties are telling us, or telling me that they are preparing for a rerun, or the ruling party is preparing for a rerun. They get anything where there's something we will not know. They should tell us. Because for me, I think at this point in time, are they trying to preempt the judgment or what? And don't forget that when you throw a stone into the water, you should expect bubbles to come out of it. So bottom line, I think at this point in time, both the Labour Party and the PDP should do well to calm down and wait for the verdict. If the verdict says a rerun, all well and good. But for me, this is not the first time. It has been like a rumor, let me put it that way, for some time now. And I believe it's not helping the case in court. The tribunal. Thank you very much, my lady.
All right, thank you. Hello, Barry from PH Town. Good afternoon.
Constant, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
My name is Barry. I'm calling from San Francisco of Port Harcourt.
Go ahead, Barry.
Yeah, Constant, I'm surprised that some people are still talking APC on radio. They are still talking APC. When the economy, everybody knows that this economy is so bad. I have never seen anything good from the policies of this man called President Tinubu.
So which of the headline are you? Hold on, Barry. Barry. Oh, Lord have mercy. Barry, are you sure you want to have a conversation on air?
Yes, they are having.
Okay, so which of the headlines? I read like 4 of them. Which one are you reacting to?
I am talking about fuel hike to hit 700.
Okay.
So what I'm saying in essence is, there were supposed to be some good palliative on ground before taking this decision. Like Tunde Bakare rightly said, this man is killing Nigerians. Jonathan backed out of the program because he's not suffering. Former President Buhari also said he refused to embark on this same program because he knew the suffering that Nigerians will go through. Then this man has come without proper implement, nothing in place. And then when I'm saying that before we hit 700 naira, I mean, I am surprised that people are still talking about you, and they're the ones suffering, begging everywhere. Begging people for handouts. And they're talking about APC, they're not ashamed. I already know some of them that call on radio, and they after calling, they will come and send me cards.
All right, Barry, thank you. It's not part of the headlines. Hello, George.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, George.
Yes. Hello. Yeah. I want to talk about the fuel increase. The likely are saying that the price
increase
of fuel will go up again.
May go up again.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go on.
All right, good. Now, I look at the whole thing as a scam. Look at why they are talking about the increase the foreign exchange, the exchange rate. They forget that Nigeria is also exporting crude. Since the exchange is affecting the import, what of the ones that Nigeria is exporting? Is it not going to cushion the effect of the ones that is being imported? Or are they trying to tell us that they are no longer exporting crude and selling abroad to make the high exchange rate, to cushion the effect of the one that is being imported? Please, there is a scam there. That is what I'm talking about, please. My name is I remain George.
All right, George. Thank you very much for calling. Now let's look at your messages on Facebook, and of course we'll come back to WhatsApp. Newton Ikire on Facebook says, why is anyone scared that Tinubu shall be disqualified given the naked facts before us? Even if there is a rerun, Tinubu won't be on the ballot, but there won't be any rerun. You say he shall be disqualified flat out. That's from Newton. Chikodiri Destiny Onyechi Goziri says, who are the 62% people that have moved forward in this hardship resulting from Tinubu's government, except the corrupt politicians? He said, at least by now, plans should have been put in place to solve this menace. There are higher levels of hardship in the country. Just today, I bought 1 cup of beans for 200 naira iron, while ordinary is 170 naira. And Newton is still asking, where is the phantom 62% from? Outer space? And he says, jokers and sycophants everywhere. Odimma, is it Odimma or Kunle? Who's first? Odimma is calling from Aba Road. Hi, Odimma.
Constant, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, sir. Go on.
Constance, the headline I want to talk about is about the likely fuel increase.
Okay.
I don't know what the sin Nigerians committed against APC as a party, and they are all their leaders. Bakari was the APC, but there was an APC member. He said that Bola Tinubu should kill corruption and not kill Nigerians. This morning, a member of PDP accused NAPC that the landing cost they are telling Nigerians. He said in the national television that the landing cost they are telling Nigerians is not a real landing cost. And before then, a lot of people in the industry have said NNPC is not coming out with a real landing cost. So why is Bola Tinubu, why is APC as a party talking about the corruption of subsidy? Why are they not tackling NNPC and the corruption in NNPC? Why are they trying to kill Nigerians with the increment in all the commodities in Nigeria? Why? What is the sin of Nigerians against FPC and their leaders? What did we do to them? How can they not? Why is it that they say Tinubu is a Dagaban? He's not afraid of anybody. Why is Tinubu afraid of Kiari in the FPC?
What makes you think he's afraid of him? Anyway, thank you for calling, Kunle. Odima. Hi, Kunle from Borokiri. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Go ahead,
I want
please.
to combine three headlines or three issues there.
All right, go on.
Number one, the increase in fuel price. Number two, the percentage of 62% and 38 that belong to the 62%. Number three, to the local government. Now, the Nigerians are very funny. If you really observe us, I think we are even the problems of our lives in this country, not even the people really know. Because what they do is that based on how we think and
Kunle, apologies. I have to cut you off. Kunle, please do well to call back. Your line is breaking. Really, really breaking badly. All right, good day, Constance. Nigerians just have to bear this pain of subsidy removal. If the 60,000 barrel per day capacity of the Port Harcourt refinery comes up, it can only produce 9,600,000 liters of PMS, and the daily consumption of PMS before subsidy removal was 60 million liters of PMS. So the quantity of the 60 million barrel per day, are you saying 60 million barrel or 60,000 barrels per day, can only serve River State, as this is just 16% of daily PMS consumption per day in Nigeria. Thanks. Your name is Triumph. You sent that message from Port Harcourt. Cliff Austin Rodriguez says, seriously, I don't think we're ready to get it right in this country. I was surprised when I got PMS at 650 naira. Afternoon, Constance. I don't want to come out pessimistic, but I'm not among the percent that believe the country will move forward with the current president. I see no sign of that at all. My opinion, though, and that is coming from Dave. All right, Emeka is calling from Owerri. Hello, Emeka.
Good afternoon, my sister.
Good afternoon to
you. From Owerri.
Welcome.
I just wonder the people that give the statistics of 60% they live in this parent. If you understand where this is how Buhari started. So people are telling us, oh, hold on, he's arranging, he's about to employ security chief, all these things. Nigeria will go okay, Boko Haram will go, all those things. People should give him time, 6 months, go on, 1 year, 8 years, nothing happened. See, we should not be playing politics with everything. I don't know why. Where did they go to these people, 60%? Are they approaching Nigeria or they outside Nigeria? I think we need to declare with that, because I've done it only with 9th of May. So now we tell you that all is well with you. Now, the important thing, that is by the way. On the issue of election tribunal, Rerun or not Rerun, the quantity and the quantum of evidence against this government now is not just only against even Nigeria. It's against all of them, even other states. That's a big deal. Even that's enough. Nobody is in support of this government anymore. I tell you the truth.
Obed, you can't be speaking for everybody.
A lot of people. So those people are wrong. After the condemnation of this illegality, because as far as I'm concerned, Mahmoud throw Nigeria into problem, into confusion.
Well, Emeka, that's your opinion. You can't say nobody supports this government, right? You're not speaking for everybody. Hello, Obed. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, Constant.
You're welcome. Please go on.
Yes, a certain increase in fuel pump price. Constant, when we are saying that we need to have a refinery function, most politicians were busy spreading lies, telling Nigerians that even though we quit our refinery, that we still buy fuel at a high rate, which of course several times that statement have been termed as lies. You understand? Look, it will increase. Honestly, it will always increase. That I was reading one documentary which is showing that in time to come, in no distant time, that a dollar will be Nigerian naira will be 1,500 naira for $1, and it's coming. And in as much as it continues the way it is, a country that produces virtually nothing, common to refine petroleum products here, very difficult. Then we are saying that look, the area we are right now is just a preamble. It will go worse because we produce nothing. So we will buy fuel at the rate of 1,000 plus. In as much as politicians decide that they will not be a refinery, which in many states in US they have more than 2, more than 4. But in Nigeria, politicians are spreading lies, making it look like to fix refinery is a very big thing. That it is a nuclear physics, but no.
All right, thank you very much, Obed. Hello, Azunda from Boshimini. Good afternoon.
Good day.
Good day, sir. Go on, please.
Hello.
I'm listening. Which of the headlines are you interested in?
My take is on the survey concerning the 62% of Nigerians that are happy. I think for me, I would say they are trying to play a gimmick.
Oh my, that happened with Azonda's call. You can as well call back if you can. Newton Ikire on WhatsApp says, good afternoon, Madam Constance. As for the anticipated or rumored fuel increase, I, for one, am not intimidated. That's their life, that's their style. First, they test the water depth with one leg by way of a rumor. At the end of the day, the rumor is confirmed. I know that... Okay, thank you, Newton. On the likely increase... Is it not the same person? On the likely increase in fuel price, what will Nigerians take actions rather than only talking on radio and other platforms? I miss Gani Faweimi. Jackson from Abba. Good day, Constance. Petrol price hike. This is quite unfortunate. The untold economic hardship and suffering Nigerians are experiencing under President Bola Tinubu is alarming and worrisome.
Being on the street should not do what they should do. Still, what is happening in Jigawa State? Recently, just by a week ago, the Jigawa State governor approved the payment of 30,000 minimum wage of how many years back? Now, I ask a question. Where did he get the money he wants to pay them now? That 30,000, where did he get the money now? That he didn't have years back. Is it now that the money is now being measured up, the value, that he now wants to pay them the 30,000 he did not want to pay years back? That's Jigawa State. Many of these states will say our minimum wage is 40,000. Go and find out the increment they are not paying. They are just deceiving Nigerians. Nobody is talking about their governors. Nobody is talking about those people who are just mentioning projects to enrich themselves. And everybody will be shouting Buhari, Tinubu. Now, whether we like it or not, had it been Jonathan, they allowed him to remove subsidy that time. Don't you think we will have suffered for some time? Were they talking about palliative when they were saying Jonathan should remove subsidy? So what are we talking about?
All right.
It has come. You see, my own concern is this. By the time they finish punishing us with all this, their economic whatever.
All right, I have to let you go. Sorry about that. I have commercials.
Nigeria Info will be right back.
Last caller before we went on that break was saying something about Jigawa State. What's the word now? Approving the minimum wage of 30,000 naira. He said it happened just weeks ago. When he said that, I was just thinking Jigawa. I don't know. I didn't come across that particular story. So just a quick Google search, and this is what I saw from Daily Posts. They did a comprehensive report, and that was in May. And part of it here states that Jigawa State government is among the first states to implement the 30,000 naira minimum wage as well as the consequential increment. Now, Governor Muhammad Badaru Abubakar approved the implementation of the salary increment on 4th December 2019 after he received a report from the Joint Negotiation Committee for the implementation of the new wage that was chaired by the deputy governor back then. And it also says that there were initial fears that some local government areas would find the implementation difficult, but the state government came to their aid. So back then they said that workers from level 1 to 6 receive 30,000 naira minimum wage, while level 7 and above receive a consequential increment of between 12 and 23%. And in May of this year, the chairman of the Nigeria Labour Congress in Jigawa State, Comrade Sanusi Al-Hassan Megatari, commended the governor for making the state a reference point in terms of implementation of the new minimum wage and other entitlements. So the person who called in to say that Jigawa State just started implementing that was totally false. All right. I'll just take a few messages now, and then we'll call it a day. We have the business news coming up in about 1 minute. All right. Owojene Justice on Facebook says PMS to high as 720 naira per litre. It's unfortunate that NLC has failed us and military becomes hopeless again. May God help us. What are you saying? What's military doing in this your message? Danzy Ice says nothing like Rerun. They should screen them out and the parties should bring fresh candidates. All right. And then someone here on WhatsApp says, Constance, once Zainab Ahmed said last year that subsidy would end in 2023, I anticipated this situation of fluctuating prices, though I never envisaged rise in dollar price, which has worsened the situation. So let's be frank, every deregulated product or commodity always has fluctuating prices, be it gari, beans, rice, notebooks, whatever. All right? Market forces always cause price fluctuation. But Madam Constance, I'm very curious. I have never ever been surveyed to generate statistics. The closest I have come is to few questionnaires by undergraduates and postgraduates. I wonder who they always survey and how random the selection process is that I am always excluded or exempted. Text, that's your message from Oyibo. All right, thank you very much. That's the much we can take on the big stories right now. We go on that break for the news, and after the news, I'm asking, what is justice when a victim is dead? My name is Constance. Stay tuned.
With information comes power.